What's up, y'all? It's your girl Richelle Gemini, and I'm about to put the oven on 350 because that's what every black person do.
Caught them off guard, I go hard and they weren't even ready. We eating good over here, it's time to bless the belly.
So today I'm gonna be cooking with my oyster mushrooms and my lion's mane mushrooms because they're different textures. Like if you can look at them, you see one is real furry and then the other one look like kind of like a trumpet, like so we're gonna do some different things with that. I'm gonna do some roasted asparagus, carrots, and potatoes, and just watch how this magic gonna happen. I'm excited. You already know I'm rocking with Bless the Belly, baby. Yeah.
And greens, I'm talking eat vegan, potatoes and beans. They tell me eat vegan and try to go clean. It's just another meatless Monday, if you know what I mean.
Gotta get a YouTube pan. You see how furry this is? Look at that. Ooh, get that focus. Ooh, yeah.
So what is this? A mushroom?
So this is lion's mane mushroom. And this is what I use when I want to mimic chicken.
Wow.
When I don't want to kill one and just be like, you know, I still want that little chicken flavor texture, you know what I'm saying? So we're gonna take this and I'm about to season it to perfection. Put it right here in my nice little pot. I already got this over here, right here. This one is more like the seafood. So this right here is oyster mushrooms, and I put seaweed inside of it to get that flavor. So we about to season that with some garlic, some sea salt, some black pepper, a little bit of Old Bay. You know how you do with seafood. Okay. And I'm about to get over here and get it done.
What it do, Chew Mates? It's your boy G Maniac. Man, listen, I'm excited. I'm here with the Richelle Gemini herself. Matter of fact, she's in the background right now with some of these vegan eats she done already told y'all.
I done came down.
Hey.
Man, hold up.
Hold up.
Got the vegan food. I'm like, man, sew it up.
Man.
Got the wine, man. Yeah. I'm
In
a
your
pull
cup.
up.
Yeah. Hey, you know, she all about the bars, all about that freestyle game. Yeah. We got the Foodie Freestyle a lot now. Y'all make sure y'all check that out. If you don't know, eat vegan, because we here to eat vegan, right?
Yeah. Eat vegan.
Hey.
And that's vegan cheese too on top of the asparagus.
And look, I was gonna say something. So let me ask you this. One thing I've noticed about vegan cheese though, because I have bought it before.
Okay.
Because I was like, let me just put some vegan cheese in my little daily crazy foods. It has a distinctive smell. It's like louder than average cheese. Am I tripping? Like vegan cheese is like very, I'm like, oh, that's cheese. I don't know. I knew that when you were sprinkling over there. I was like,
depend on the brand, it might be too. Because I try to stay as much cashew base as possible. Oh, wow. So, you know, and if you do cashew base, it's good to have like, it's called nutritional yeast. So it helps that cheese taste come out too. So we're gonna see what we're working with.
Come on, what are we working with? What do we have here?
So we got lion's mane mushroom on that side, which is acting as like the vegan chicken.
Right, she said that, y'all. The lion's mane.
You saw how the furriness and the little texture was. So we have that on that side, and then we have the oyster mushrooms on the other side acting more as a seafood. Okay. And I cooked it with seaweed and, you know, a lot of the spices, but, you know, I had to include the Old Bay. We have roasted potatoes, carrots, and asparagus drizzled with a little bit of vegan cheese.
That vegan cheese, man.
Real gourmet on you.
Listen, all I'm seeing is these amazing veggies right in front of me. And I love to eat healthy myself. Believe it or not, y'all. That's why I had to bring y'all this episode, because I like to balance it out. It's called balance. Life is all about balance.
That's it.
And this right here, come on now. You can't go wrong. I love some potatoes. I just told her that. Love me some potatoes. Asparagus are always winning. And man, on down to this. What kind of mushroom? Can we dive in this mushroom?
Lion mane mushrooms. Okay. Oyster mushrooms.
Oyster mushrooms.
Totally different textures. And I like to, you know, mix it up. It's like so many derivatives of mushrooms, you know, out there. Like, you can eat these mushrooms.
That's crazy.
Then you got mushrooms you can get lifted on. Wow. And, you know, you just got mushrooms. You got mushrooms you shouldn't touch, you know, that's just coming out the ground. You be like, yeah, don't touch those. But these are the ones you can touch, you know what I'm saying?
Okay. Well, I'm excited. I think we should dive in real quick. Because I got a few questions for you.
Okay.
Let me see. I gotta try this first though, y'all. Cause
oh my god,
when she was cooking it, I said that do look like chicken.
Oh my god. I still say oh my god on my own stuff.
It's flavored to perfection. Hold up. Roasted potato on me, please.
Right.
So.
Yeah.
It's all about the flavor.
It is.
Every time. I feel like no matter what you're eating, you want some type of kick to it. Besides fruit, right? Right. But I've seen even people put seasoning and stuff on fruits.
You know, they put that tahini.
That tahini. That's really what I'm talking about, the tahini. But on veggies and stuff, How do you feel about adding a lot of seasoning? Do you feel like, do you need a lot of seasoning? I heard if you over season it or overcook it, it takes away from the actual vegetables and nutrients and stuff.
It depends on what I'm cooking. That's why I cook both of them different. I put seaweed in this one. I put this one in a certain way and did my own seasoning on this side. But it depends on what you're going for. My people, you know, Creole, Port Arthur, Louisiana.
Creole. Let them know where you from now.
You know, I'm from Houston, but my people from Port Arthur, Louisiana, so they always down with the crawfish balls and the crab balls and everything. So I found it a way to, you know, still stick to, you know, my culture and my side, but do it in a vegan style. And then my vegan chicken over here. With the lions, man, you see it. You know, you gotta get a little YouTube hand. Now, they be like, focus that hoe. Looking at it. But, you know, I'm always trying to figure out how to help my people transition. Because food is culture.
It is.
It's tradition and culture. They be like, oh, you know, this is hereditary when you catch this, and this is hereditary when you catch all these diseases. But if you focus on what you put in your body, that's the thing that's hereditary. The tradition is hereditary more so. So once we start figuring out, oh, I can eat that without doing that and not catch that. Bet. Let me figure it out. Hold on, let me try one of these asparagus.
You gotta figure it out. Because listen, I just figured out this is really good. I had to be live and direct to figure it out, y'all. But no, what you're saying, everything is right. And I feel like, how do you feel about, like, I guess our culture and stuff, not really knowing these things or being scared to kind of open up to it? A lot of people are like, vegan, or it's expensive to be a vegan, or it's just a lot. We just act like it's just super hard to get access to, which in times it is, though. You know, a lot of people, we have grocery stores in these neighborhoods, but people aren't like, let me go get potatoes, veggies, and those like meats and stuff that can stretch, right?
Right.
How do you feel about that, though?
I feel like it's more expensive to be unhealthy.
Oh, right. In the long run. In
the long run, it's more expensive to be unhealthy. So to find, if you want to be a vegan that goes out to eat all the time and do all that, like get Beyond Meat all the time, get this Beyond, it's going to be expensive. But if you're constantly buying veggies and figuring out how to manipulate them to taste like the texture that you want, taste like the seasoning that you want, you're really like catching a good deal.
You're right.
But you just have to figure out what things that taste like what. You have to just do your research. I've been doing this since 2016. So I've had time to research. I've had time to really like gather and be like, this is lion's mane and they taste better like chicken. And this is, you know, oyster mushrooms and it tastes better as a seafood. Or when I make my my oxtails, this tastes better as a meat.
Oxtails, y'all.
Vegan oxtails.
Now y'all seen the vegan oxtails from me and Shanara's video. If you don't know Shanara,
go check it out.
Yes. Please make sure y'all check it out because it was pretty fun doing it. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I was like, yo, this is good. We're gonna show you the clip right now too. Check out this clip because like, yo.
What?
Oh, that's personal. That's just crazy because like I say, man, I just feel like if we were more hip to knowing these things, like somebody in our community just needs to pop out and let us know that, hey, it's okay. Fruits and vegetables and stuff like that, it's okay. And there's ways, like you say, to get it blended to the textures. Because the main thing for me, and I feel like my followers will agree, texture and flavor.
Facts.
Anything you put in your mouth, anything, everything.
Facts.
Texture and flavor. For real though. And it's like, I feel like if we put more emphasis on that, then it'll make a lot more sense. And then, like I say, man, you can't go wrong with vegetables. I don't even know what I could say is like wrong. Like, they say if you do too much of anything, it's like bad for you, right? But like too many vegetables and fruits, like really, what's going? Like, you know, the biggest animals in the world survive off vegetables and fruit and grass and all type of stuff. So I believe we can too as humans.
You know, when people say like, oh, you could drown off water,
right?
I'd be like, but you're not about to drink that much water.
I'm not.
How many people really is like, oh, I just drunk so much water, I drowned myself. Never heard nobody ever just be like, I drank so much water, I drowned myself. Right. So even with the vegetables, you're going to eat till you're full.
Right.
And you shouldn't eat till you're full, actually. You should actually get
That's my problem. I eat till I'm full. Only
he blessed that belly.
I blessed the belly, but this is my thing because ain't nothing against that because you're right. But I'm saying like, I guess it's a feeling, right? It's all a feeling. It's an emotion attached to it. It's like when you're full, it's kind of like you demolish something. It's like, all right, cool, I did that. Like, that's my limit. People's limit is like full. It's like, I ate to kind of get that, like, all right, I'm done.
Right.
People probably don't understand the not feel full, because even when I explain it to people like my dad has diabetes. He's not supposed to get this full and these many different sugars and carbs and stuff, but he eats and he doesn't stop until he's kind of like, all right, like literally fork on the table, whew, that's enough.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So people like that full feeling. It's like almost a high in the food world. You know what I'm saying? So
high in the
it is.
You said exactly what it is, because I done been to so many Thanksgiving, Christmas events with my family where they'll eat and they'll be like, ooh, I feel miserable. They literally say the word, I feel miserable, at the end. Me, my uncle, and his granddad, we're the only like vegans on my mom's side.
Wow,
we'll go for a walk after we're done eating.
Wow.
We'll all go for a walk, go have a talk, everything. Before Corona, like we would just be like, yeah, I'm gonna go for a walk. Let's go do this. Like everybody else be like, yeah, we about to watch the game, chill, just sit for a little bit. And I'll be like, wow, you see chemistry to happen in like in front of your eyes. You have to look at yourself as a test tube at some point.
Right.
There's a thing where, you know, people submit to their tongue every day.
Right.
And like, I just want this taste. I just gotta have this taste. I just had to have this moment with my tongue right quick. And they don't understand the consequences later. But they don't understand you could still have the taste, but you might have to sacrifice, you know, it's not coming off a bone.
You gotta sacrifice something, right? I know a lot of people.
It's not coming out of a shell. It's not coming out of a thing, because that's a thought process. Like crawfish is an experience.
Right.
You know? Like even eating chicken, I remember my grandma she used to suck the bone. That was part of the thought process. Part of it, right. So to like even the oxtail, I'm like, oh, for the bone, just for y'all, I got a carrot in the middle or a celery stick in the middle.
Right.
And y'all can suck that. Y'all can eat it.
Right. Actually eat it. Like
you're gonna actually eat it.
Right. That's very important, man. Like that's and that's what, man. Because when you think about it, like you say, with the sucking up the bone and all that, man, some of that stuff nowadays is so processed, so everything. Like me just thinking about it, I wish like I think I mentioned to you like how there's so many eggs and so many actual chickens that they're like popping up with. And I'm like, how all these chicken wings, chicken tenders, chicken thighs, chicken breast getting made daily like this?
Chicken nuggets and McDonald's is on every other corner.
Woo! Listen, we don't do fast food,
gotta be some pigeons in there.
It gotta be something. But that's why I'm more lenient towards this lifestyle, because it's like, hey, add more vegetables to your stuff. Like I said, you can't really go wrong, right? So that's what it's about. I want to get into this side of it. This is good, by the way. The chicken texture stuff. It's crazy because it's pretty much like chicken. Yeah. The texture, I could pretty much say, hey, I ain't mad at that with the seasoning on top. Now you say this is the seafood. Now what is this again, Richelle?
This is oyster mushrooms on this side.
So this one, y'all actually,
and I cooked it with seaweed to get it that. If you ever want to like get your stuff with the,
there it is. With the seafood taste.
The seafood taste is seaweed. That's what you cook your stuff with seaweed. You start getting that little like seafood taste. I know you lying. Yeah. That gives it that little salty sea taste.
That's just from seaweed?
That's from seaweed. You have to cook with seaweed to make it taste like a more seafood.
She's onto something, y'all.
I'm a magician.
She's crazy. Richelle, the Gemini magician. That is nice. Okay, so if you're not a fan of mushroom texture, a lot of people aren't, I guess. It says like a little squeaky type vibe thing. Then it's still, technically this one is still a mushroom style, but the flavor is really good. If you can get past kind of the texture if you're not a mushroom fan, but get into this flavor, I can dig it. Me, I'm kind of open to a lot. Y'all know me, I eat anything. Pretty much anything that's not bad for you. I won't just sit and down something just super bad. Come on, we got somebody in. Come talk to him.
Oh, hey. My son came in.
What's up, boss man? What you just ate for dinner?
Got the hoochie daddy shorts.
A hot dog.
What kind of hot dog?
A hot dog with barbecue and bacon.
What is it? Is it what? Bacon. It's vegan.
Oh, whoa. You said bacon. I got scared. I said bacon.
Yeah. I make them like some real hearty hot dogs. Hearty hot dogs. Or veggie dogs. Whenever they did it. Because I always think to myself, I want my kids to still experience food, you know, so I always try to figure out like how can I make this for them and they still, you know, enjoy food and not have to be like, oh, I'm missing out. Right. Yes.
Can you give me some watermelon?
My goal is never to turn anyone vegan.
Okay.
It's to let you know that you can detox when it is time to detox.
Okay.
You can still enjoy food while you're detoxing and not doing meat at the time. Like, say you want to go on a whole month, just like, you know, I found out I got this going on, I'm gonna go a whole month for sure without doing this. That's why I got my cookbook.
Right.
That's for me in my house. We would serve veggies on Amazon.
Okay.
You go meatless for a while. Like, you can really do this and still be like, oh, that's not that bad.
Well, let me ask you this though. Whenever you do go back to eating meat, will you feel strange? Will there be any type
Everybody tells me that they feel strange.
They feel strange, right?
I have not gone back to meat. But that's just, I feel like it's because, as I said, I have my granddad and I got my uncle that's done it for so long that I never felt like.
I need to say something.
What did you say?
So I was vegan and I accidentally ate something that was meat, and the next day I threw up.
Yeah, he did.
Because my stomach wasn't used to eating meat anymore.
Dang. How long was that?
Like 2021.
2021. Where were you at?
I think I was at my dad's house.
Oh, okay. Shout out to his dad.
Wow. He said he stopped eating meat for a while. He came back.
I ate it on accident.
It was on accident though, so you know.
It happens.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Especially in Texas.
But they're gonna show you how a reaction like that, like, man, just off of not, and I don't even know how long it was, but let's just say it was 2 weeks, let's just say it was a month, let's just say it was 2 days. Everybody's body's different, but like the fact that his body was like,
right,
we don't know what this is.
We don't do that.
We don't do that here. Wow.
My son, it happened to him too when he went with his dad in Dallas, and they didn't call me. He came back home and told me. He was just like, yeah, I threw up.
Oh wow.
And I was just like, you threw up? And he was just like, yeah, you know. I think we had some nachos, and I think my dad said it was vegan. And I was just like, you can't trick a kid that's like not vegan. Like, now he's like super on it. Like, he's just like, let me see the ingredients. What are y'all getting me? Did my mom send you the grocery list? Like, he's very like particular now. Right. But you know, at first you'll be like, I'm not gonna lie. I remember my first son, dad. He was just like, he's vegan.
He's vegan.
You might as well slap bully me on the back of his shirt right now. And I feel like our culture doesn't understand, like, it's not something to make you a nerd. It's not something to make you this. It's you to understand what we started off.
Right.
Before black people was in slavery, we had all the fruits of the earth. We knew how to cook. We knew how to manipulate food. We knew how to do so many things to the point where we understood that food was science. It wasn't just something for our tongue. And then when we became slaves, they gave us trash. So guess what we did with trash? What we do all the time: make that shit look good, make that shit taste good. So you know, once they did all of that, we kept saying, okay, this is tradition now. You know, she make the best ham hock, so she make the best chitlins, and she make the best.
But chitlins, I can't stand
if you think about it, it is pig intestines.
Right.
They giving us the pig intestines while they getting the best part of the meat.
You really don't have to think about it.
You don't.
This is what it is.
You don't. And my kids today, they'll be like, pig intestines? What?
Yeah, I don't know that.
If you tell just a kid today in this era that that's what you get to eat besides getting a smoothie, they be like, I'm going to just eat the smoothie.
Right.
That's crazy.
That's true.
But that's what they gave us.
Right.
So now it's just like, I be trying to tell people, we rich now. We ain't got to eat that shit no more.
Right.
That's how I feel about it.
That's super true. Dang. I didn't even think of it like that.
You got to be rich. Like, you got to think in a rich thought process.
Man. Speaking of thought process, my stomach just processed the crap out of this vegan food. You hear me? And that's what's up. The fact that like, the flavor's still kicking as if I would have ate a hamburger. Like, I'm still like...
But you still like, I'm ready to move around.
Oh yeah. Tire wear, tire who. Man, I love just, and that's the thing that I like the most, like I say, is just the fact that like, I can eat a whole vegan meal and be like, all right, I'm cool. See, I think I could go the pescatarian route too, because fish and stuff is kind of light.
That's what I did first. Like, that
and
was my last route.
And then
I thought I was just going to stay pescatarian. But I just got tired of fish.
You got tired of smelling fish. I probably get tired of smelling fish. I be like, it's fishy in here.
Because what you eat, you gonna...
Yeah, okay. I'm sick of smelling fish.
Exactly. So that's why whenever I see women eating too much crawfish and shrimp and all that stuff,
relax.
I be like, love.
Relax. You just tell them relax. Tell them, hey, relax, bro, because...
Love, eat some mangoes, eat some pineapples.
Please, because we know...
what's going to come out.
We know.
You need to make sure that they, get their money's worth.
We know.
Okay.
Man, that's what's up, though. And you do music and everything as well, so, like... You rap about, well, we got our song together. What other, like, give us some other songs that people might know you for, people might have seen on your platform, on Instagram, stuff like that. Like, because you've been doing this. I mean, she's been doing it, so.
So, I have, my videos that I have out is Henna Humility.
Okay.
And that's me, basically, the song is about you being yourself. Like, stop trying to lower yourself around people just because they not ready for your full self. Like, come in full-fledged, like, no humility necessary. I have my video for Follow the Instructions. Okay. And that video right there is about literally me understanding that door closed is a blessing. That's a sign. Follow that sign. Be okay with your signs when they say, nah, you can't come over here, bet. You just blocked me for a blessing.
Wow.
My other songs, Pimp C on My Brain. I also have, of course, the song that just released with Zero, which I know about them Texas girls.
Hey,
yeah.
Texas, man.
Yes. And Austin, oh my God, thank you so much, Austin. Y'all been bringing me back for that song so much. I got another show in Austin in July.
That's dope.
I'm really excited. And I have more music on the way. I'm going to be doing more freestyles. I just been gathering everything together because I've been really putting together my schedule because I don't work at the hospital no more.
Oh, okay. So you get to do your thing the Richelle way.
The Richelle way, and then me and you been working, with Grady and everything.
Listen, big shout out to Grady. Should we tell them? Do we drop the gems or do we just let them know that it's something in the works that's really magnificent? It's something in the works that's coming. We're a part of something, it's gotta be dope.
It gotta be dope. And if you want to get paid to post your plate.
No, for real.
Please hit us up because we got an app on the way that is crazy.
She said paid to post your plate.
Oh,
that's live.
That's a whole little, she sells seashells on the seashore.
That's the
alliteration. PPP law for real. You about to get paid to post your food. For real. That's the PPP for real. Yeah. And you're not going to get called by the government like, did you really use this right? Look at that.
So the name of it is Grady, y'all. Y'all stay tuned because there's a lot more information where that came from. And there's a lot more information, period, that you guys can learn about like fruits and veggies and just veganism overall. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all follow Richelle because she gonna drop all the gems on her page. She does the oxtails. Shouty do the
vegan crawfish.
The vegan crawfish?
Vegan crawfish plate.
So tell me how that work real quick.
So you saw those mushrooms, right? They have another mushroom called King Mini Oyster Mushroom.
I gotta learn these mushrooms, by the way.
They have so many different types of species. So the King Mini Oyster Mushrooms look like little shrimps or the little tiny meat that you get out of a crawfish. Because you be working hard for that little tiny piece of meat. So I cook that with corn, vegan sausage, and everything, and I just do a big old broil with all the little veggies and stuff in there too, and make that stuff. It's spicy when I tell people that second batch that make your lips burn a little bit. Ooh. That's the one.
That is the one.
That's the one.
Y'all can do that in the vegan world? What?
Stop playing.
Man, listen. Now I'm gonna tell y'all this too. I was in New Orleans, I'll never forget, at my homegirl spot. Her mom was like, I'm finna make y'all some healthy food. And no, I think she said, I'm gonna make y'all some healthy tacos. I didn't know nothing about vegan, nothing, right? So she's like, make you some healthy tacos. She gets in the kitchen, she's whipping. I'm hungry. I'm super hungry. I don't think I ate all day. I was just ready. And she makes these tacos. She puts two or three big chunks of lettuce on it. Not the shredded lettuce, but like 2 chunks of lettuce.
Like romaine.
So when she said healthy, I'm thinking, okay, you made us a taco, but you put these big chunks of lettuce on it. That's why it's healthy.
Right.
I ate that taco so quick. I sat on that couch, same thing, right? Not knowing.
Right.
I'm like, I don't feel full, whatever like that. I told her, she's laughing. I said, man, them the best tacos I've ever had in my life. She's like, yeah, that's not real meat. I said.
What she said it was?
It was tofu.
Okay.
But it blew my mind because I said, this is vegan. She's like, yeah, that's not real meat. Here's the box. She showed me whatever box. It was like a green box.
Wow.
If y'all know what green box I'm talking about, leave a comment below too. I need help. But it was like and I said, that wasn't real meat. So from that day moving forward, I got a friend named Keto Flex. Have you met Keto Flex?
No, I don't.
He's cool with Shannara. That's crazy. Anyway,
I might have met him.
I'm gonna have to connect y'all, but he does vegan.
She sound like
it's a guy. It's a guy.
Keto. I know him.
Oh, yeah,
him. I've heard her say his name.
Listen, now I ain't gonna lie. That is one person, I promise you, when it comes to the vegan world, that I've had their food and I'm like, it's no way. Like, he really blows my mind because he'll do like meatballs and no, he did me something like a pasta with like to meatballs someone. And so I'm eating it. I'm like, he's like, yeah, it's not. Well, I knew it was vegan with him though.
Right.
And I just couldn't believe it. That was that good. I said, this rice, this mac and cheese, this is all like,
yes.
I'm gonna connect y'all. What? I love this because man, y'all too would do.
Yes.
Man, but just the fact that like I'm trying all these foods and I'm like the fact that like for one it's mental for sure because when you're eating it you want the textures and the flavors but once you get that it's all mental after that. If you put a meatball next to a vegan meatball and then you eat both of them and the texture and the flavors there it's like wouldn't you rather the more healthy choice?
Right. Because if you make a meatball with no seasoning, that's a meatball.
Right.
And you make a vegan meatball with all the seasoning. Right. You probably gonna choose the vegan meatball with all the seasoning instead of that one. I try to tell people a lot of times you don't even like meat.
You don't even like meat.
You don't like meat unless you put herbs.
All that stuff on it. Damn.
Cause every black person I know gonna be like, that shit was bland. And that was dry. I don't like it.
That's true, y'all.
If you don't like it.
You don't like it.
Until you find the texture that you could season and you could put that together and you realize that this is herbs and veggies put together. You be like, what? Okay, I got the texture too. And I didn't have to do this. I know me, myself, first thing that happened, my grandparents, cancer, kidney failure, heart disease. That's what moved me. Second, I was just like, I can really change my family tree right now. Right. I could really change
it's in your hands.
It's in my hands because I got 2 branches popping out of me already. So I could change their whole thought process on food because they can understand that health is wealth. Because my parents may have all the money in the world, but if they sick right now, how they gonna use it?
Yep.
So then it became, okay, I'm not about to cut no chicken. And I'm not about to cut no cow. And if I go to a factory, I'm gonna be hella sad. So that thought process, it was like that was the cycle that I went through to really take me off of everything.
So one thing, I mean, not to cut you off, because one thing that I have seen vegans do is try to push that image on you too. How do you feel about that too? Because it's kind of like, do you think that's like the way to kind of get people to like try to come over to that side? It's kind of like, look at what they're doing to cows, or is it kind of like a pointing fingers like you're a bad person type deal, like look at this, like look what you're eating, you know, type deal?
I mean, I told you my dad's a pastor,
right?
And he's never been a person that like makes people feel bad about Christianity. So, and then my other uncle, he was basically like my father as well, because I was raised under both households. He was never like, vegetarian is the way, if you kill animals, it's da 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 da. So I grew up around a lot of men that were not like, let me push this on you, but let me show you through my life.
Show you how I live.
Yeah. How I live. Let me show you by example.
Actions, not words.
Exactly.
You can say a lot of stuff, but how you move, yeah.
When people do that too much, I almost feel like they're extreme Christians.
Right.
When they're just like, you going to hell. Looking at a nigga like, that don't make people come to you.
At LA, I've seen rides. I've came out of like award shows and people are there with like tablets showing cows getting slaughtered. And I'm like, you go and recharge that tablet like every 3 hours just to come put it in people's
Yes. But it's one thing in my thought process where I just be like, it's one thing I can respect about them because I can see it. I can see it happen and I believe it. In religion, you really can't see. You just got to kind of have a thought process of faith. Right. And believe that, oh, this one day might happen when I die. Right. But you can actually see what's happening to animals and it shouldn't happen to them. Not on this like big situation and this big scale of factories killing them. Back in the day when people killed animals, it was such a, we talked about this, halal, like the last time. When they're like really blessing them and being like, this is for my people, this is for my tribe. We're only eating this for a little while, but we've been eating corn and veggies and this all the time, and this is for a feast that's happening, and they bless it, and it's like a spiritual situation. But we don't do that. Right. We going to KFC.
But we don't know no better too.
I know.
Yeah.
And so we are now gaining perspective of now knowing better.
Well, now the knowledge is out there everywhere because you have the internet, you have YouTube, you have Google.
My
so
kids
you can go
ask me to ask Siri every day.
I'm telling
you, they don't believe shit
Siri.
I say.
You better ask Siri.
They be like, can you just ask Siri and make sure? And I'll be like, you don't believe me? You believe Siri more?
What's the last real meal you remember eating? The last real meal before you just... I know you said you're a pescatarian, but do you remember like one time you ate something and he was like, yeah.
The meat?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Real meal, that's what I mean.
Let me see. Oh, yeah.
Like a burger from like Fuddruckers or something. And they have vegan options too.
I know they do.
I do lettuce wraps and everything, y'all. Y'all should be proud of me. Lettuce wraps.
Wow. Ooh. This was since 2016. I don't remember.
You don't remember?
I don't remember.
I like picking brains.
Yes. I'm over here like digging deep. It probably look, I will never forget this. This the one of the times I will never forget. Whenever my first son was born, but that was like 2012. Mm-hmm. But I never forget because I've always been a seafood person. Mm-hmm. And after I had my son, my uncle, who is vegetarian, mm-hmm. that's why I said he was never a push, like, no, you need to eat this. He was just like, what do you want to eat now that you didn't have your son? And I was just like, Papados.
Right.
I wanted a whole seafood platter. Ooh. I want all the fried shrimp, all the fried this, all of everything. Because I hadn't ate because I went into the hospital at 1 a.m. I didn't have Lincoln until 5:34 p.m. that next day. Wow. Okay. I was in labor and they wouldn't let me eat nothing but clear popsicles because you can't eat nothing with color because they scared like, oh, that might be blood if she throw up. Right. So I remember that meal. That's the last thing that I really, really remember as a meat situation. Papados.
You ain't good, then. You went out like a champ.
With a bang.
Yeah,
because as soon as he came, I was very like, okay, I'm gonna eat as much vegetables as possible because he's drinking my milk now.
Right.
So I was very cognizant of my kids to the point where I was just like, I have to eat a certain amount of flaxseed a day because that helps his brain.
Right.
I was like, that's what made me go vegan too. My kids changing the whole branch of the family tree. So.
And that's what's up. Man, that's dope. You think your kids are going to teach them, like, their kids and stuff vegan?
Yeah, you know what? I did not make my kids go vegan.
So, ooh.
I told my kids, I said, this is what you're going to eat here in my house. Because this is what I'm going to cook. Mm-hmm. My oldest son, Scorpio, asshole, will go with my dad and my mom. He'll come back home like, I did eat a little sausage. Papa gave me a little sausage. Papa gave me a little bacon. Papa gave me a little da-da-da-da. And I'll be like, oh, that's good. Mm-hmm. That's good because you can't, like I told you, the only thing that needs to be spread is a lot.
Right.
So during Corona 2020, we were watching documentaries, and it was just one documentary called Dominion.
Okay.
And you know, in the Bible they say that humans have dominions over animals, and it showed how we've treated animals thus far. And Lincoln looked at that whole situation because I let my kids watch a lot of different things as far as like kid stuff. Right. You get to watch animals talk on TV. You about to watch what really happened to animals in real life.
Right.
So he watched that and he was just like, I'm not gonna eat it no more.
Yeah, this is it for me.
That was it. He saw the ducks get messed up. He saw the chickens get messed up. He saw a whole bunch of. He was just like, this don't make sense. It shouldn't be this many dying. Yes. They got families. And I was like, right. Kids get it.
Right.
Adults, I tell people all the time.
More stuck in their ways. Right. A lot of more adults.
You can even understand in the brain activity. A kid can understand so many languages until the age of 10. To the point where they'll grasp it so easily. After the age of 10, the language cavity starts closing. So just imagine how many patterns start closing every year. Yeah. So me trying to talk to a 54-year-old telling them you should go vegan. They're like, girl, you crazy. Right. Girl, you so cute with your little vegetable eating self. Like
your little veggies.
Right.
Bro.
No.
It's all good. But I'm glad you stand for something and you believe in it. Hey, push it. And the right people will pick up on it. You know what I'm saying? It's not for everybody. We know everything is not for everybody. Right. But in a situation like this, fruits and vegetables grow on trees, y'all. Just a secret. So if you ever run out of food or Jack in the Box not down the street, then you might have an apple tree near. Just saying. Just saying. But all in all, this food was amazing. Like I say, I think we demolished it in like the first 10 minutes. Yes. I gotta go back. But it was good, and thank you so much. And like, man, you do this for real. You got anything coming up? Like, what's next? I know you say you be traveling, you do your music stuff. What's next? Do you want to cook for a celebrity? Do you want to cook for a whole bunch of kids at a school or something? Do you have a goal with what you're making?
Ooh. Both. I did. Okay. I've cooked for a couple of people.
Okay.
You know that.
What celebrity though would you want to cook for? Whether they vegan or not, you just want them to try your food. I want so and so to try my vegan oxtails.
Janelle Monáe.
Ooh. Why so?
Because Janelle Monáe and Childish Gambino.
Okay.
Both of them are people that I look up to as far as things that I do already.
Okay.
I do poetry. I sing, I rap, which they all do.
Gotcha.
Comedic wise, we're hilarious. Like, just naturally. We can't help it. We just make people laugh.
Dang.
And then as actors, not only that, they are very dominant with their vision to the point where they're just like, okay, I have artists under me that already have their own vision, but I'm going to help them with my platform. And she has Wonderland, which I love. And Childish Gambino has helped so many people with his acting and comedy, and they're very like big on their stance and what they say and what they mean and what they want to bring to the table. And as far as their music, they give you so many things you don't even know what's coming. And I want people to understand, and I get that from people all the time. I don't even know what's coming. I'll be like, exactly. Right. So that's definitely the people that I want to cook for, and I want them to see and be like, okay, Richelle, I'm fucking with it. Last person I just cooked for was Isaac Moore. Oh yeah, he does a lot of the clothing designer, and he was just like, what? And I was like, exactly. That's why you hired me. So
clean the plate.
Exactly. We clean the plate. I should make a whole thing called Clean the Plate. But bless the belly and clean the plate for sure. Yes, but that's the two people that I feel like I really. Erica Badu too.
Oh wow.
I would love to cook. I would love to cook for Erica.
She'll probably be giving you all the commentary. Girl, what the hell? Y'all be friends the first day. Y'all look like y'all would be.
And she a Pisces too.
Big P's.
My rising is a Pisces. I know you a Pisces.
Come on now, baby.
Like, we just got that flow.
No, for sure.
That's what I really feel like. Besides my Gemini, like it helps me, like, cause people like, oh, you could sing. I feel like my Pisces rising helps me like getting that range.
No, it is. For real. Talk to them.
Come on now.
No, for real. But thank you so much once again. Where do they follow you? Where can they follow you?
Okay, guys. You can follow me at Richelle Gemini, RICHELLE GEMINI. And that's on Instagram, and that's on Twitter, and that's on Facebook.
Oh, you on everything?
Yes. I'm even on OnlyFans.
Ah, she got OnlyFans?
I do have an OnlyFans. OnlyFans hit me up, and they were just like, Richelle, bring your poetry here, bring your food here, bring your tarot cards here. And I was just like, what? And they was like, we're going to make you a whole commercial. I have like 10,000 followers on OnlyFans. Oh, that's dope. So I know, right? I know. I don't even post it on Instagram because it's just such a vibe already over there. So I don't even like care if you don't come. But if you want to come over there, that's where all my sexy pictures be, and that's where all my like little talks be too. So I enjoy my people over there, even though they kind of invasive, but it's okay because you know it's OnlyFans. So but yeah, and also I have all my music on all platforms. And you know, like when I say all platforms, I mean like SoundCloud, Bandcamp, not just iTunes, Google Play. It's like everything. I have free stuff. I have things you gotta stream, things you could pay for. So you know, it's so many ways to support me. And also my cookbook on Amazon. As for me in my house, we would serve veggies. Like, baby, we working on stuff. I got my kids writing a book right now too. Oh, you working? Yes. And the fact that you teach them young is everything. Like, you going hard in that. Yes, because I tell them. Hell of a mother right here, okay? I try to tell them, like, you need to understand, like, we don't barter in this European world. Like, you have to understand you got to come up with something, and if you come up with it young and looking cute, people gonna buy. People gonna buy. And y'all are cute and young and smart. Don't just sit here and do nothing. Right. You know, or don't just be like, oh, I gotta use my body and be the best sports person and buy my mama a house. You don't need to buy me a house. We good. Right. I want you to understand what you like, so you can build the branch even stronger. Because my parents didn't give no stress to me. So like, I gotta get you out the mud. My mama's still working. My mama likes to work. Right. She'll be telling me all the time, like, no, don't worry about me. Like, I'm enjoying this. Right. I'm about to retire, but I like this. Right. And I want people to understand, like, we need to get to the point where we're getting not our kids saying, I get it out the mud. Like, I want my kids to get it out the garden. Out the garden. Like, you're already seeing growth.
Oh, get it out the garden.
Get it out the garden.
Hey, stop playing. You be coming over with some stuff now. Get out the garden.
Hey, you heard it first here on Bless the Belly.
You heard it first here, man. That's lit. I love it. And go green. Listen, every chance you get, eat you a salad, all right? Throw some fruits and some veggies in y'all meals, man. Y'all
even if you eat meat,
No, seriously.
Like raw food, I tell people cook food is less nutrients. Raw food, me and my kids had a smoothie today. We done had salads today. Even though they had their veggie dogs, like I make sure they have to have raw food in their diet. If you don't have no raw food in your diet, you're not putting nutrients in yourself, especially if you're not taking vitamins and supplements and stuff like that.
Vitamins for sure.
Yeah, make sure even if you eating meat, like eat raw veggies. It's necessary for you, for your life.
No, seriously, man. Like, it's so many gems y'all can get from us, but make sure y'all go cop her book and make sure y'all stay tuned to the fruits and veggies track we finna drop. There's more to it. We just out here trying to do it. Come on. That do it fluid.
Come on now.
Come on, dog.
Do it fluid.
Right
Subscribe. Comment below.
Let us know what vegan food y'all want me to try next and what y'all want her to cook next. How about that? We can do it just like that.
And I'll cook it.
And she'll whip it up. Straight like that. Right here on Bless the Belly. Peace.